My name is Bill Raun. I've been a OSU faculty member since 1991, but my career began with CIMMYT in Mexico in 1985. If you look at that shared screen, when I started as an agronomist with CIMMYT in 1985, one of the things that was evident was the need for a hand planter on these incredibly marginal slopes. And so that slope that you see of that man that's planting, that hillside that you see there is that hillside. But up close, you get a feel for how treacherous that terrain is. So you see that little bucket of seed that he has on his belt? Okay, well, that's corn seed. And he reaches into that bucket and grabs 2 to 3 seeds, pokes the persimmon stick in the ground. It's actually metal tipped. And then he places 2 to 3 seeds in each strike. This method works, and they've used it for hundreds of years. But that seed's treated with organophosphates, carbamates, and the chemicals that they're treated with are needed. That isn't an issue. But the problem is that this was chemically treated seed that's developed for a planter in the U.S. where people aren't touching the seed. He's touching that seed with his hands, and the skin on our hands will imbibe a lot of that, and then it becomes toxic. So year after year after year, he gets chemically zapped, for lack of a better word. When I was hired by OSU in 1991, I immediately, with extra time that I had, started working on this because of the dynamic, knowing that the seed's good, knowing that if I could just get it out of their hands some way. Because that landscape, that exists on 30 million around the world. If there's 30 million hectares of maize that are produced like that on your screen, there's a huge opportunity, first, to get the seed out of their hands. Secondly, to increase production on their 30 million hectares. That is a landscape that's unlike ours, which is flat and homogeneous. So the health benefits, the yield benefits are off the charts. We just need a planter that we can do it with. So working with ag engineers here for, I don't know, since I started, so it's been 30 years, we now have a planter that works on these hillsides. And we have produced a bunch of these right here in Stillwater, America, and have pushed these hand planters in Uganda, in Colombia, Kenya, Sierra Leone, Nigeria now, a lot of different places. That it's a hand planter that works incredibly well. But in order for it to take off, our last issue is to get it to the point where it's affordable. The new hand planter, which is on the right gentleman that is using that, but can he afford it? I have $200 in that hand planter that he's using, and if he can afford anything, it'd be probably $10, maybe $15. And we've been cobbling money together forever because, who wants to fund that? Yeah, because, where's the profit? Well, the profit is in his little village. It's him being self-sustainable. That's where the profit is. And maybe it's enough money to put tennis shoes on his kids' feet, but a huge profit that doesn't necessarily have a dollar value. So what a gift to be able to work on this project. It's been a gift.